Right, what is up, guys and girls? Thank you for coming in early. If you're there, appreciate ya. Shout me out, I'll shout you back. Where are we at? So that's our up, good to roll. Just going from my checklist. Right, so today we've got a triple trouble. We are doing 3 games that have just released on the cusp, back to back. So I plan to put in like 3 hours, hour a game, check them out. We're starting with Unseenland. We've got I need the list up because I don't know all of them. Have a look on Steam real quick. I'll just shout them out as we go, I think. There you go, I've got my list. Cool beans, right, let's knock an intro out of the park and we'll get going. I hope you're all having a great day and I want to thank you for joining me. It's greatly appreciative. And again, we're just doing another set. We're going to do 3 to 4 hours. And then we're going to bounce. We are back again on Monday, so between then I'm going to release a video which is Dune, the first part of the Dune trilogy that I've done, and we're also going to be putting out shorts and other such things across the next 3 or 4 days. So plenty of stuff to watch over on YouTube if you do, you know, need your Shanus filling for the week. I'm going to wait for this. Police or ambulance? I'll wait for them to go. Right, it gone. My windows are not soundproof really. I need to get that sorted. Okay, so we're going to jump into the first one. Right, guys. My voice is gone. Hang on. I've got a frog in my throat. Now, I did line my camera yesterday, but I'm not sure if it's in about the right place because my seat goes up and down depending on what it's feeling like that day. It's actually an old seat. I've had it for about 7 years. But I digress. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we're doing the triple trouble, baby. We are going for 3 games over 3 hours, all brand new releases and all under a tenner or thereabouts. So real budget games, indie developers, all 3 of them are looking really sort of like they've got something going for them. So I'm hoping that we can give them positive reviews today. And if you are just coming in on the first one, which is Unseenland, you can hit the links in the description down below to follow along to the other 2 parts of this video. Or you can just wait at the end and click the link to take you through to part 2 and subsequently part 3. I want to thank everyone for joining me live right now. If you are live, your time is very valuable and I'm glad you're spending it with us. And I want to thank those guys watching on YouTube on a rerun who couldn't make it into the live. I greatly appreciate you hanging out with us and keeping those watch time up. That helps a bundle too. Leave a like on the video that you like, and of course then I'll do more content based around that genre and game itself. That all being said, today we're playing Unseenland, we're playing Rise of Piracy, and we're playing Here Comes the Swarm. So 3 completely different games, but all around the same price and all available this March. So yeah, let's just jump in and see what we can do. Right, so I'm going to go for the first one, which is on Steam right now. Let me just take a look. Okay, cool. Right, so the description for Unseenland goes a little something like this. Centuries the Veridia thrived, now an otherworldly invader tears rifts, unleashing maddened beasts. Okay, already this description sucks the nuts. Why would you even start with a description like this? Tell us what your game is. Tell us what it does. Tell us what we are buying the game to do, and then worry about your lore and your nonsense words that you want to throw out there. This description sucks. This game released with a mixed review, and I can already see that they are on the wrong track. Once humbled farmer and hunter, you awaken, or you have your awakening maybe. Take up the sword, yield your power, and save your I hate this word, Veridia. I think that is pronounced, but it is awful. If I can't pronounce it, most people will just go, I don't care. So just put simplistic design in your game. It's fucking stupid. So we've got single player, we've got online co-op, we've got family sharing, and we've got accessibility options. No Steam Deck support, no Linux, and again, no controller. So it is mouse and keyboard only, and it is under, well, it's around $10. So give or take, it could be 12, it could be 8, depending on where you come from. And apparently, so Sony say, what sex you are. So if you are male or female, you might be charged a different price right now by Sony. So, you know, my PS5 is actually gathering dust right now because I don't want to support anyone who uses such business practices like this, which is why you've seen me stream very little games through my PS5 via a capture card, because I just don't support them practices. I do feel like this could go a little bit lower there. There we go. Sweet. Right. Let's keep gaming for the gamers. Come on, sons. Right. So this looks okay. I mean, I personally wouldn't buy it based on its Steam report. So let's go in and see if the game's actually any good. Here we go. So I want to thank the devs for sending the game code out. Of course, greatly appreciated. We do like taking a look and a deep dive and a first impression into all of these new games. We are very privileged to do so. So I want to continue that trend. But for better or worse, you will get my honest opinion. So we get to select a character. We've got Mal and Femme Fatale. Yep, okay. These are okay models, nothing special, kind of low polys. They remind me of the game. Well, what was we were stranded on a beach. Do you remember that game? Let's find out what that was called. I don't know if it's going to be in my list. I've got such a long list of games now that scrolling through can actually be a problem. It was a castaway game anyway, so I can't remember off the top of my nut what that was. So we're going to go male. Actually, let's go female. It's better to look at, right? And we'll call her Sheena. Or Sheenaz. Let's go Sheenaz. There you go. Level 1, happy days. Do you know what? This game's running pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. It's running 61 frames right now. I do believe you can see it up in the top right of your screen as well. Now we've got the public world, we've got the private world. I'm going to go private, of course. I'm not into getting a co-op friend to play this one with me at the moment. Select the world. Okay, so we do create worlds. So Veridia seems to be the world. So we can do that, we can do Dravine, or we can do Arca. All bad names, by the way, all bad names. I can just put a name. I'm just going to do like New World. That was another catastrophe, wasn't it? Catastrophe on top of catastrophe. Here we go. Let's keep it positive. Boom. Shaping the scene from the mist. Happy days. So far, so good. I haven't got anything negative to say about the game so far. Character designs are basic, right? But then it depends what we're going to be doing. Is it a roguelike? Is it an RTS? I have no freaking clue because the Steam description doesn't tell you what the game is. It just has a bunch of screenshots with a bunch of colours on and you can't really tell what the game is. So this is probably why it's sold bad and probably why it got a mixed review, because those who did bother to buy it or get sent a code like myself probably just was a bit confused out the gate. It doesn't seem to make much sense so far. This is a lot easier marketable than the actual Steam description. I could market this very well. I could probably, you know, write you a better description than what you've got on Steam. But yeah, I digress. So we've got 3 of these to get through today. Like I say, we're only going to allocate about half an hour to an hour for each one. And, you know, chill. Just chill. Nice chill stream. It's the end of the week for me. I do Monday to Wednesday now. I used to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's still an option if you guys prefer that. But people didn't seem to mind switching around, so I think those who watch me probably have, you know, most of the week free anyway. Down, down, down. So the loading time is quite long, so I would imagine this is actually building out the entire environment, which is, you know, amicable, I guess. If that's, I don't think you should leave players lurking around this long. I think it should be shortened, maybe build half the world that they're going to see and then build the other half whilst they're in it. Again, there's no description as to what engine they've used. There's no, I don't know the developers, you know, it's just all shoulda, coulda, woulda at this point. Getting stuck at 90. Come on, get past 90. So yeah, I've had a good day. I hope you guys have had a good day. It's been nice and relaxing so far. No problems. No issues. Nothing to... Do you know what? This even looks like it was built in the same as the Castaway game. This definitely does. I need to check this devs out. Hang on, let me have a look. I feel like we've seen this before, especially this engine. Have a little look what we're rocking here. We've got a high bloom going on. But it's by NetOps Inc. It's their only game and it came out at the end of February. Man, it's definitely... I've seen this art style before. And I mean like this actual art style. But it does look like another Castaway game. So that's okay. Survival games are cool. No WASD, which sucks, and I can only move with the mouse. So it's a predominantly mouse pointing game. Got myself a rock. Can we kill a deer straight away with no weapon? Punch it. Half-life by damage? What? Easy. Raw meat comes nicely packaged as well. No sand on that one. This looks like our boat that's crashed, obviously, and now we're stuck here. So far, so good. I'm not disliking it. Realism is obviously out of the window. Punching a deer in the booty would not be my first choice on a survivor game. At least let me make a spear or something. We've got branches. We can make a campfire. So it's unlocking as we go. That's okay. More sticks. Yeah, it's to pick up sticks. There's a couple of goats. Let's have a go at them. Okay, the goats are stronger. So it says handcraft in the crafting menu, which is on H. Now, do we have any controls that we can mess around with? The options are bleak. The options are really bleak. So basically high to ultra settings. It can look better. I didn't want to push it on an early release like this, so I normally put it at high rather than ultra. Yeah, but no custom controls. Now, this is annoying because I want to quick key my crafting menu, which is on H, which is an awful button as well. If you're not using WASD, at least make use of them. So I can't put this on my mouse, which really annoys me. So I might have to lose a point just for the fact that it's cumbersome to use on a mouse and keyboard, which isn't great, you know. So we've got a logging axe, and we've also got a wooden pick. Craft. You can only craft one at a time. That's silly. I mean, I could craft two and then just come straight out of that menu. Unless it's a lack of resources. What else we got? Rocks. I'm hovering it's a one-hand game. Usually I like one-hand games, but this doesn't feel like one. This feels like it should be WSD and then Q and E to spin the camera. But instead we've got this like hold the right button. Everything can be done on a laptop, I guess. That's one selling point. Nice bedtime crafting sim. We'll go for wooden pike. There we go, wooden picks. That's 3 seconds for each one, which to be fair, you know, I can see why you can't build more than one at a time. They're very quick. Now let's go into inventory, which is not I, it's tab. Where do these go? We have no character, so I don't know if they go like which ones are hands, you know? Ooh. Okay, so you right click here and it's going to go to the correct slot. How do we equip that? I'm pressing 1, 2 and 3. That doesn't work. There is no 1, 2 and 3 on my map. So equipped and unequipped. But if it's equipped, surely I should be carrying it. Ooh, what's this? Masteries? Melee master. Okay, I have no idea how to equip a weapon because this is shit. Where's the fucking layout? It hasn't even got the layout for the keyboard. This game is unfinished. They should not be charging $12. Even like, you know, a $10 game I always give a lot of leeway. But you haven't even got a picture of your control system. I have no idea what buttons do what. Just nonsense. I know they've got a tutorial going on, but like that's very small text. You can't make it any bigger. And if you're going to have a tutorial, at least put it so that people can read it, right? It's tiny, tiny little text on the screen now. Press Alt to easily drop loot. I mean, what use is that when I can't equip a weapon? Now I've got to fumble through trying to figure this out. So I can't drag it to number 1. If I do right button, it just leaves. How am I supposed to equip that to a quick slot or even in my hands? Maybe it just auto does it. Hang on, let me see. No, still just punch a goat in the face. Let's try and chop some trees or something. I don't know. Maybe it just auto selects the right equipment. Yeah. Okay, so it just does it automatically. But again, we didn't know this because there's no control layout. So already I'm finding fixes and we're about, what, 5 minutes into the game. And I do feel like this is fucked. Hang on. Where's the top? The top is there. That's better, isn't it? I think that's more how it was. But I mean, so far, like, for a one-handed game, it's actually entertaining enough, you know? I'm not being held up. Everything makes sense. The things you would create from the items you gather, they make sense as well. But punching things is my only option right now. I don't know why it wants me to drop something with ult. That's like the worst thing. Collect logs. Let's do that. Punch a rabbit in the face. This is a bad bitch. Running around punching things in her underwear. Where does she keep that? Look at the size of that axe. She puts that in the undies. Realism out the window there. Black. There you go, we got him. Got some venison. Move up. It's annoying to me that I have to keep clicking. I can hold and drag, but it seems a little bit inaccurate to my mouse. I don't know if my mouse speed is off or whatever. It's not compatible. But it is better to click and move, which means you've got to put up with that annoying click noise. So that's not great. Again, probably built for a laptop. You can run this on ultra settings quite easily on a laptop, I would imagine. Let's go for it. So very high. We do want VSync on at this point, and then we've got some abrasion shit. Let's put those on. Spaghetti. They should drop frame rate by doing that as well. I mean, it doesn't really look any different, let's be fair. I think the bloom's a bit much. Like selecting an animal, selecting an animal or an item really does glow. So I think there's probably too much bloom in this game. It's not bad, you know. I'm not disliking the gameplay. Nothing new, that's for sure. Okay, we've got enough woods, we've got enough trees and stuff. Let's go into build mode under B. And now we have builds, so crafting items. What's X? No, Q, no, that's not working. Build right button. So although build mode is there, there's right button to move and drag. There's nothing in the crafting. So craft various items with materials in the mode. Hold right button to drag and rotate the camera. So do this and then do that, but there's nothing to build. It says build a crafting bench, which doesn't show up. X is to do destroy mode. There's nothing here. Surely there should be something there. I've got plenty of woods. Maybe get some more wood and see. Normally, at least they would grey your items out that you don't have resources for. In this one, it's just nothing in the build menu, so I'm not really sure if that's supposed to happen. So far, so good. How's the volumes? About right? We've got 3 separate games, so they might have to be adjusted as we go on the fly. Bosh. I think when you chop a tree, you should have auto collect as well. Like clicking on bags of wood just doesn't make any sense. This has got to be enough wood now. Unless we need rocks. We did have a pick as well, I believe. Yeah, we've got a pick, so we could find a big rock to attack. The frame rate takes a little bit of a hit as you enter heavy grown areas, but this is now on ultra settings. Not running awful, so it's okay. You'll feel it with VSync on, so you'll kind of see it judder a bit. That's just because the frame rate's taking a hit whilst the VSync's trying to keep up with refreshing the screen. So that's what that is. Stop screen tearing. You get a stutter rather than a tear. No biggie. What's this one here? So they're just stumps. I'm looking for rocks that we can use the pickaxe on. Oh, what is this now? We all of a sudden have a map and a journal. Okay, do you know what? The map can be zoomed in and moved, and yet you can't do the basics. I think the user interface needs an overhaul. I think that's really what let this game down on first impression. Doesn't play too bad. We've got night and day cycles. We've got decent enough graphics. We've got spiders coming out. Okay, they take a lot more damage. Why wouldn't I be able to use the pick on them? Do you know what I mean? Until I get a weapon. Bash. Okay, you don't have to keep clicking. You can just hold. That's fair enough. The more I play it, the more I think it's okay. I'm coming around to it. Okay, we've got blokies with weapons. We definitely don't want to mess with them. Some sort of undead. Again, build menu. It just gives me nothing. What? Do you have to click the goddamn crafting little button at the bottom? Piss off. Like, why? If I go into the build menu, just bring the fucking items up. This button at the bottom didn't even... That was like a subheading for what I'm in, right? I press B, I go into the crafting menu. You would never think to press that. That's some bullshit. Bros. Okay, I've clicked it. Let's have a look what we can do with it. Crafting table. And some choppy choppy. Done. Now we have to get the resources to actually build that item. So it's the long, drawn out crafting style of game, which I don't mind, but I prefer the other one. If I've got the items already, I just want it to be able to be built. And if I don't have the items, don't build it. Just give me a list of the things I need. This one, you have to sort of add the items in, right? So it's okay. We can make a polished stone, we can make a cut stone, we can make a thread. This one we can do branches. Let's put those in. So from wood we make branches, and from wood we also will create, what's that say? Polywood. Make some polywood. And then in this one we can make threads. Get some clothes going. And polished. I'm assuming that's for weapon like spearheads and stuff. And we have to collect the item once it's made as well, instead of going straight into our inventory, which is neither here nor there. Depends if you fancy that or not. So we can make a twisted branch, which looks like a staff. We'll have that. And then we've got a buckler shield. And we've also got a bow. I mean, you could make a lot in the first sort of 5 minutes of this game. Yeah, they are not stingy on resources, and they don't ask too much of you, which is okay. And like even here where I've built this, there's a bunch of stones and resources laying around. Twigs and whatnot. Trees to cut down. Yeah, so far so good. Calm. I'm getting a calm vibe from it, and I really do like my calm games. Why I play World of Ships, because it's calm. Refined stone on the workbench. Didn't we just do that? Polished stone. Craft. Oh, hello. You want some? Punch. I don't think that can actually reach me from now. I'm not sure. Oh, it is now. That. Take your egg. Where did my table go? It just disappeared. I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen. Now I need more logs. I think that spider might have just broke our table. Yeah. I don't want it to be able to interact with my buildings. Filth. Okay, so I need animal hides and I need wood right now. Look at these dudes doing the conga. What are they doing? If they're going to come for my stuff I've just built, I'm going to be a little bit mad. Oh, you lot are chiefs, man. Come on, chase me. Leave my shit alone. Look. What's them up? Yeah, they're just going to drain health. They're not actually that tough, though. I think they want some suns. Here they come again, look. Like football hooligans. Okay, what can we do from our basic inventory? Because I need to make a weapon, right? We don't have one. Defensive, here we go. We can build, you can build up walls and stuff around your shears. Got cooking table, and we've got storage. Can they break the storage? That'd be a big problem if they can. So we're going to have to find some more wood and sticks. Got to repair the damage they've done. Now, I might just be trying to build in like a really bad place or something, but I don't think so. Just because the night's coming. I don't see a time cycle on the screen anywhere, so I'm not sure how we're supposed to know when the day's coming. We can't really plan our strategic plot here because we don't know when daytime's coming and when to go out and forage. We'll have to do it under the dangers of night. Right, keeping on the time because we've got 30 minutes left on this one. I want to try and get at least some basic of the building, maybe get through the tutorial. I'm trying to rush it right now. They look like we could get rocks out of them, but we can't. One bro. I can hear that clearly. Whoa! Do you think it's loud enough, yeah? As long as you can hear me over the top of this, you're fine. Right, run, run. Okay, they're not too tough to beat, to be fair. I mean, like 3 or 4 hits. Definitely single them out one at a time. Don't think they're beneficial, you know, as opposed to just going around and gathering. There's a lot of red icons coming up on the map as like looking like danger and trouble. Just not bothered. I'm going to craft everything again in a safe space in the daylight. I don't know if we have to close them rifts or not, or what the point of those are. Unless it's just showing me where danger zones are, you know. Yeah, it's all good. Alright, sweet. Look, there's more enemies here, but there's no rifts. So I don't think they and rifts actually make any difference to the enemy amount. And we're not going to have time to figure them out. This guy's got a shield. He looks like he could probably whoop me. Let's go. The enemies are just not tough. Like, I think they're fair. I can bust these up. Look. With no armor and no weapon. I get really old Diablo vibes if Diablo was a crafting game. It feels like Diablo 1, but it has better visuals, obviously, to a degree. I mean, Diablo 1's a classic, right? But it does kind of feel like a Diablo 1 clone for some reason. I think it's mainly just the enemy types. You've got your basic skeleton spiders. You know, you're going to be collecting venom and sacks and clothes from the enemies. It's very basic stuff. There's no imagination here whatsoever. It's just a generic clicker, which again is fine if you're either new to the genre or you just want something casual to play in bed on a laptop where you're just pointing and clicking. You know, maybe you've got a touch screen, you can just tap stuff. It will work quite well. It's by no means bad. It just has no imagination. It just is. I think that's the problem I'm having with it so far. The UI needs sorting out. Like, the UI is more of a pain in the ass than it is a joy. I can see why the crafting now has to be selected because there's other options, but at the start you should just have them there. It makes it a bit more obvious. I don't know why that's not a thing. Alright, let's pop all these down again. Again, we can make them all because we're running around like headless chicken right now. And now it says refined stone at a workbench. Refined stone. Well, I mean, that could be anything. So I'm going to do one of each because I don't want to waste my stone not getting it right. Got my buckler there again. Now this one is to make some sort of cloth. This one's to cut down wood. So let's go inventory, see what we've got. I think when they break your table, if it's making stuff or has made stuff, you lose them items, which ain't great. That's kind of, you know, not good. So I have to make a new shield again. Make arrows now, which is cool. Cobblestone, that's new. Make one of those. There's the polish. Craft and equip an axe. I'm one stage ahead of you, bros. I have done that already. I'll make myself an arrow just because it's going to tell me to do that at some point. Now we need to equip it, which is just go to menu with tab, and I think we just right click it. There you go. Now it's in our hand. Now we look like we can do some damage. Let's go check out the woods and this. Okay, no, we can't do those yet. Look in what we got here. Defensive. So with a bit of wood, we can actually build a sort of square around our items. So I think I'm going to go and try that as well. You know what? It's not bad. It's nothing new. It's kind of dull and boring to a degree, but it's also calm and relaxing and simple enough to follow along. It just needs a, like I say, third time user interface overhaul, and the Steam description sucks. Like, they really need to sort their Steam page out. Oh, other than that, it's all right. $10, yeah, okay, I'm going to buy it. It's a $10 game. Now, I wouldn't have bought it just based on the Steam page. That's the problem for me. I think they should really overhaul their Steam page and make it sound and describe what the game is. So it's a ARPG style survival game. Put that as your opening line. You know, you've got the ARPG camera angles. It's along the lines of like Guild Wars, right? So the original Guild Wars was a point and click. I think they've added controller support now, but it used to just be a point and click that was really calm. You'd put it on like your Dell 410 laptop or whatever was going around at the time, or your XPS, and you would have it on your lap in bed and you would just play the hell out of that game because it was so accessible, so easy to get into, and it was just a point and clicker like this one. But there was no crafting in that, of course, to a degree. You know, you can use runes and things. But in this game, you know, it's more of a craft, a builder than it is a combat game. That spider's coming right behind us. There you go, get it. Get some. Eat it. Are we any stronger? Maybe that last hit does more damage because it looked a bit more pizzazz. But I think we're doing around the same damage. That's some good juice. Right, a bit of that, bit of the other. Bit of your mother. Sorry. Oh. Got him. Right, let's go check our stuff. And we have got enough sticks and stones, but I will grab some more on the way. It's not slow. Like, it's definitely not slow. Let's go with... Oh, hang on. I can build this. Is that more important? No, it requires animal hide. My bad. So what's the cheapest fence? Plywood. How do we make plywood? Let's have a look in here. Plywood. Got to be this. So we can make... Oh, what's this now? So we can make branches and plywood from... Let me get all of those. Right, 7 plywood. Which takes a total of 4 seconds per piece, roughly. Okay, now we can make what we want, which is cool. I'm assuming, yeah, health. They have different health levels. So 2,400, and that's 7 plywood. This one's 5 plywood and there's 1,800. So I would say like mid-tier plywoods, right? We want a few of them. Now to rotate this, how is that done? I'd like it on the mouse wheel, but it's on Q and E. Again, not bad, not bad. It takes it from being a one-hand game though and puts it into a two-handed game. And I don't think we can make the cheaper ones now. No, we're going to need more plywood, which we don't have. So basically just gathering a lot of wood. This is all before we fed ourselves. You know, I don't think there's any food or anything that we need to sit as a player. Mercenary, I don't know what that is. I don't think there's a player screen, so we literally, maybe C for character, no? I, no. It's basically B for build and tab for inventory, and then of course here we can level up our stats. So I've now got conditions, there you go, done. We're level 2. I think what they're trying, and I might be wrong, I think what they're trying to do is simplify a genre that's already quite simple. I feel like they're trying to dumb it down. Like, it works. I think it does work. Yeah, I don't know. I've got real mixed feelings about it. For $10, I think it's completely worth it, because any game is worth $10 that plays this well. But again, it's early stages. It's only been out 4 weeks and they probably haven't had an honest review yet. So hopefully if I ping the devs, they get to see this, because there's a lot that they could do with this. I think this could be fun, and I think it could be, you know, something different if they try hard. At the minute, it's very samey. We've seen it before. And yeah, if you want another crafter game, you can spend $10. And if you want something that's portable, take on the go, you know, use a touch screen or a laptop, you can do that with this. So I would say it has a market. But is there other games you can do that with? Of course. You know, it's competition. Then it comes down to, you know, I don't think people understand what this game is. In my personal opinion, I would never wishlist this game based on the Steam page. It just feels that they've got the wrong end of the stick. They're trying to be way too interesting with, I mean, all them silly words and lore and the place being named, all this stupidness. It doesn't help the player make a decision at all on buying your game. If anything, it just, I don't care about what you're saying, and they leave. So I would just explain exactly what the game is in very layman terms. An ARPG, crafter survival game with, you know, I'd even say survival elements. It's not actually a survival game. I've got no need to wear clothes in the rain. I've got no need to feed myself or water myself at the moment. So it's just basically an XP game. You know, you're gaining XP, you're building your stuff, and you're just trying to survive against the creatures, not so much the elements, which ain't a bad way to go. It's calm. I don't think they should add too many elements into the game that makes it more complicated. Keep it simple, you know, keep it fresh. These guys are alright to fight. Leveling up nice. My proficiency's gone up, my melee proficiency. That probably means we do more damage. And maybe don't miss as many if there is a miss in it. There you go, bosh. Do you know what I'd like? If I click on him, I want it just to carry on auto attacking. That can be a tick in your options, if I want to auto attack or not. I have to actually hold the button down, and if I was to hold the button down and move direction with the mouse, say my hand slips, my attack slips to the other direction. So it just does that, right? So clicking on them and having it lock into that person until they get oofed or until you get oofed, I think it's a better system than what they're actually using, which doesn't take a lot to fix that, I wouldn't imagine. Hunt nearby wandering sheep. I want to secure my base first. So I'm actually getting into it, you know, I'm having a reason to do this. First off, we need to make some wood, don't we? Plywood, I can only make one at the moment. Yeah, I've got to keep an eye on the time because these games do get me. They do grip me, and this one's already starting to grip it of me. I want to see more of it. Maybe we'll do a follow-up once I've played through and sort of built my own base up and whatnot. We'll come back and I'll explain my findings up to that point. I never do like to do just the one video. We do the first impression, of course, but then I like to follow up with a mid-tier and an end game. So I've actually see if I change my opinion along the way, you know. I like to give everyone a fair shot. Like, that's annoying, right? You knock down a tree, you don't auto-gather the woods, which I think should be a thing. Auto-attack should definitely be implemented. Again, it just depends on the devs and whether they're willing to do the work for the money, you know. It's $10. I think they could raise the price to 15 if it had them quality of life things done, i.e. better looking and functional user interface, point and click system for attacking enemies, and auto pickup of trees and bushes and rocks and plants. You know, if I run over it, just pick it up, and I can turn that off with a tick in the inventory as well, i.e. same with the auto attack. Just have it clickable, you know. Do I want auto attack or not? Little box, you know, yes or no. Done. Keep everyone happy then. Right, so let's go build. Put in a smaller fence just to get it done. I like this system. This snap system is actually really nice. It works really well. Like, you can come off the back, you can come off the top. Yeah, really, really cool. And if you just move, it jumps to point to point. In fact, I would say that this is one of the better snap systems we've actually encountered. This is actually really nice because look, I can put a door on there now. You could build, right? You could go into an enemy, because they're quite dumb, the enemies. You could go into an enemy AI camp, put down something you know they're going to attack, quickly build a square, let them go in, and then shut them in with you, and you could farm them very easy. They can't escape, they're where you want them. Maybe we get a petrol bomb later or something we can throw into that square. And I think you could get a lot of XP really quick by doing that. Just like bottlenecking them into a square, trapping them, locking them down. I mean, I'm already coming up with ways to break the game. But it does seem like you could do that because of the way that they interact with your crafting material. So once you build something, they just want to destroy it. They're not bothered about you at that point. So I think you just like build something cheap, you know, like a wood chucking bench, and then let them attack that. Okay, we've got a red one. Okay, there's a red one. Let's see if he can do any damage. I don't understand the point in the shield. We don't have a block. So I think it just alleviates a bit of defense, you know, gives us a little bit more damage that we can take. I'm not really sure how that works. Unless it's on crouch. Oh, we have a roll. Dodge roll. Yeah, I can't use the shield, and I don't have any buttons to try and use the shield. No explanation on how to use that. Okay, this red one's lethal. Yeah, okay, we don't mess with the red ones. And you gain health over time, so running away is actually beneficial. Very, very much like beginner friendly. They just need to explain a little bit more in the options, I think. Give us more control. It's alright. It's alright. So we need to find a sheep. Now, there ain't going to be any around during the day. Surely not. In the rain with skeletons everywhere. I'll tell you something I've noticed. We don't have anything on the map to say where our home is. Where I just built all of those crafting materials here does not show up on the map at all. So some way to ping that map would be good. There's pan map, which is just move it around. But like, if I could put like a signpost, a letterbox, anything that's going to ping that on the map so I can find it from distance. I'm a little bit worried about losing this because I've started so I'll finish sort of thing. So until we get sheep, I don't think we can build our next bit. We have to go find some. So I'm just going to head straight and hopefully I won't lose my base. I've got about 15 minutes left to kill some sheep, make some clothes, and just then I think we've seen the base of the game. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. And if you are thinking about picking it up, it's $10 on Steam right now. And it's predominantly mouse only controls. I'm waving my hand around like a lunatic because I can. You want some? Look how much damage that did with the blue flash. That was a 2 hit on that first one. Okay, plenty of animal hide there. They're probably on the lookout for sheep like me. Nice. I feel like some of the sound effects are missing as well. The rain is really loud, but the wolf just tried to howl and nothing came out. So I think they need to balance some of their sound effects. It's just early access, right? It feels like an early access game. Is it in early access? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, early access. And again, there is a risk with early access, but I keep putting this out to people that it's really just live service games, you know? This game is hosted probably on a server somewhere where a bunch of single players are playing it, and if your friend does happen to get the game with you, you can host a co-op game. Oh, just died. Long. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So we just need to find sheep. Man, run into him again. That was dangerously low. Oh, we got the critical attack. It should be oofed, guys. Right, can we eat anything or drink anything? Got spider venom. Got broken bone. Bear shield there. Nothing I can eat. Gonna hang out. Get my health back. Don't dare move. I'm heading back the way we came, but slightly round, so I still know where my house is. I just don't think you're going to see any sheep knocking around this area. These are all daytime tasks. Like, why would you even have the night cycle come in before the end of the tutorial? All of this could have been later on in the game once I've done most of the building, crafted myself an outfit, got myself a weapon. Then we could hit the night time. The cycles are very quick. We've already seen 3 days worth of cycles and I've been playing for barely an hour. See that? I nearly forgot that I have to pick up the logs, like, just have them auto-collect. No, I think this is the way, because we saw sheep here when we spawned, didn't we? Let's run past their camp. I like their unawareness. They are dopey. I mean, they're obviously undead, but they feel like they're too dopey to chase. Spiders are a little bit of another story. They're quick. We interact with this. Again, a missed trick. Why can't we just get some free loot out of these things, you know? What's the point in them being there? How big is this island? I mean, if that's just a chunk of it, this could be huge. Which would warrant the long loading time. Okay, they are all spawned from there, aren't they? But can we close this? Let's have a go. like the fact you can hit more than one, and when you level up, you get a bunch of health back. It basically gives you full health bar. Damn, I really went for it. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we lose all our items. Okay, but we keep what we're holding, so that's not a bad thing. The things we gathered were just nonsense rocks and stuff, and now we're going to be able to find these sheep and stuff easier. One shot. I tried to beat them because I was curious. We almost beat like, what, 8 or 9 of those guys, and we've got no armor. We literally just started. The music's nice, and it's just, yeah, I mean, I'm coming around. The more I play it, the more I think it is warrant of its $10 price tag. Let me need to find one more sheeps. Just loiter around this area. I was almost there because there's the, I don't know what that is. It looks like a gravestone. We'll check that out on the map. We've got a bunch of wall and stuff. This is definitely the only area we're sheep in that we've come across. Okay, let's have a look at this map real quick. Yeah, so you can see that it's called a dead box. So that's where my shears is, so we can go get that back. Ooh, again, nearly forgot my trees. That's that's an annoyance, that is now. That's becoming a little bit annoying that things don't just auto pick up. It's like if I killed a sheep, I want the resources, you know. Here's my dead box. Can we just do retrieve all with G? Okay, another pointless button. These must have been the 3 that were left. Super strong. Ooh, we've got leather boots. Don't even bother with him. Don't even bother. What am I doing? Put the boots on. Hey! We've got the shield already. Everything else is coolio. Now, if we get a critical hit, this is what I'm hoping for. Damn! We keep the boots though. Do you know what? I like this game. I think, I mean, I don't know if I'm easily pleased. I don't know if my bar to entry is low. I mean, I must play around 1,000 games per year. So I don't think my bar is low. I just think that when I first start one of these games, I'm like, oh no, not another one of them. But they exist in droves because they are so fun. I think these games, especially if you're into them, they never really get old. You know, I'm always looking to play more once I get going, and I think this is definitely grabbing me right now. So if I touch it, it goes blue. Okay, what's that all about? Nice. I'm curious why it's gone blue. So it's now a teleport. That's interesting. So now you shut the, I guess they're like a wormhole for monsters, and you shut it and then it becomes yours, and now you can use it as a teleporter. Maybe the enemy can touch it and turn it red. I mean, that would be annoying, but if they can, yeah, getting a little bit more interesting. Again, if you go in not expecting much, I think you'll be okay with this one. Go in expecting a $10 game and be pleasantly surprised. The minor annoyances of the game are outweighed by the fun of the game, you know. It's just a Diablo clone with crafting elements. Not much more to be said. Just is. Turn that down a bit there. I'm going to go to the other point and see if I can activate that so we can teleport between the two. And I built my crafting stuff somewhere in the middle of both those, so I shouldn't really get lost there either. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of them. Can't see. I can't see. They might go, whoa, what is that all about? That done big damage. Again, no sound effects, so it didn't feel like it done any damage. Okay, these guys are definitely stronger. We try and retreat a bit, get some health back. Don't know if we get health while we're moving. It does seem like we do, but it's quite slow. Yeah, we do. But they keep gathering more minions. And you respawn at point, so you could teleport from there as well. Okay. Plot thickens. I'm going to give this one an extra 10. I'm going to give it an extra 10 minutes because I'm curious how far the rabbit hole goes. Gotta get my shit back, I know that. Yes, teleports. I've got none of my chats up because I've got the Steam page up. Hang on. There we go. I'll tell you something else that's actually quite good with this game is it's in full screen on a second screen. But when I want to mess around with Control Alt in different tabs and chats and stuff, the game doesn't shut down, sound doesn't cut out, it doesn't disappear off my screen or do anything weird. It just stays and just is. So yeah, I could play this game long term if it was like in depth enough, like Path of Exiles. You know, you can just play that game full time whilst doing some other work if you really wanted to. This game has them options. So I don't think they're actually out to rob anyone of their $10. I think this is definitely well thought out. It just hasn't had enough development. Again, I suppose if you've got a small team and you're, you know, looking to make some money off of what you've been working on, I guess this is where it comes to, do we release it and patch it later, or do we hold on to it as long as possible and bring out something solid? And you'll find 9 times out of 10, money will always tempt people to bring out a half-assed game. So I think that, again, if the devs had just held off for a month or two, got some proper feedback, you know, done a play test, went down those channels, but I'm assuming because it's their first game, from what it seems, they've had to just cash in. So I don't even think I would say don't support this game. I think this is definitely worth a tenner. And from a small team, obviously, they're doing an okay job. I like the fact they've got weather effects, you know, with sound. I just feel like there should be more sound effects, more drama. And like when you come across these teleporters you can open, there should be like a theme song that plays that maybe is like low-key battle tune underneath, you know. The wolves need sound effects. There was a mystic art used where all the hands come up out the ground. That needs a sound effect. So there's definitely points of, I could like list off a bunch of stuff that this game needs fixing. But I don't think it's beneficial to do it right now because it is in early access and it's only on its first month. But it is asking for a price, so we will review it as such. I'm not sure if I have to beat these or not. I'm definitely going to take this guy down. Let's run around. Can't really see. There you go. Right, let's try and get in here and try and... You have to defeat the boss to get the point. And I'm assuming because it's called Mummy, it's the guy with the purple around his feet. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. There's too many dudes. But once they swing, I'm taking like 5 lots of damage, right? Because at least 5 of them going to hit me. Me 1v1 is all good. I got this all day long. And that's just with a pair of boots. I don't know if we can take down the boss though. We've got no Hadorkins, no special moves. Now there is 1 to 8 at the bottom, but I'm assuming we're going to unlock some proficiency in combat. We did find a character upgrade screen, which I'll get as soon as I get away from this guy, which would normally be found on J, but unfortunately J is journal, so that's not it. Wasn't I, wasn't P. Okay, it's A. A for attributes, I guess. So we can unlock the sword swipe, and we can even do an upgrade on it. And then we can maybe put that into number 1. There you go. You know, the game's actually starting to show its true colours. It has a system. We can go in and unlock different parts of this. So this is an arcane. It doesn't actually tell us what it does. Fires a burst of lightning. There you go. Right, let's try 1 and see what it does. We may become a little bit OP at this point. Drag some dudes over. Ooh, it's like a big hit, and it recharges pretty quick. Okay, let's test that out. Do we do multiple damage with that? Come at me, boys! Yeah. Multiple attacks. Another pair of boots. I'm going to let them all come in. I'm going to try it. That's the thing that needs sound effects. That thing, you know, it looks lethal, but it has no sound. Yeah, I mean, special ability works fine. Does quite decent damage. Yeah, the mummy just F's you up. There's no way you could take the mummy down without armor. So there's no point in even trying. But yeah, I'm going to get my stuff back and probably sum it up from here, because I don't think there's much else to see other than what I want to do in my spare time, which is obviously armor up, build a base and beat that mummy. And then I'll probably come back for a follow-up, because I think the game deserves it. It's nothing new. Again, nothing new. But it's fun. And that's my main selling point with video games is, you know, it's a game. It's supposed to take you out of reality, give you a fun time for a reasonable price. That is the point in video games. And I think when solo developers like this, small teams, you know, when they bring something like this, and then you've got things like, what's it called? When you've got things like Marathon with their multi-million-pound budgets, just effing up left, right, and centre with their game design. Again, playtest, someone honest, someone who's going to tell you that you're a dope. You know, you need someone who's going to give you criticism, because you've got to learn from the mistakes you're making. Otherwise, you're just going to keep piling them up and you end up with a game nobody wants to play. This game, luckily, with a small team, they know what they were trying to achieve. They know what they're trying to do. They're keeping it basic, with probably within their skill set, and they've achieved it. They've done it. Right, so Unseen Land. What do we think? We're going to score it out of 5. That's the magic number. We're going to go with... Is there any glitches or bugs? Does it play up in any way? Was the game ultimately fun? Is there replayability? What are the visuals like? And what are the sound effects like? Now, I score each one a full point, so 1 to 5. I would give this a solid 3 out of 5 right now. I think the sound needs work. I think the user interface needs work. I think the whole mechanics, although sound on a bass, needs improving with a little quality of life here and there touches. If they can do that within the first month of release, maybe second month tops, the game will be recommended by me at a 4 out of 5 if they get to that stage. I think at the moment it's not broken in any way. It's fun to play. It's calm, it's relaxing, and it just holds its $10 price tag. I think that's a very good price for this. I think they've not overshot themselves in any way, and I think what they're offering really needs to be relayed out on Steam in a very sensible and to the point way, so that people know exactly what you are, and then maybe you can get paired up against some of the bigger boys underneath them in the Steam listings and actually gain some attention. So it'd be interesting to see where this game sits in about 6 months' time. But I will bring it back within the next 2 to 3 months and just take a look at it, because it's very calm, it's very entertaining, and for me it was just nice to play. But $10, nothing new, you know, it's okay. It's got your basic enemy tropes, and it's got some novel ideas in there, I suppose. I mean, the teleporters are not really new, but they work well with this setting. I think the fact that each bit of the island has different enemies, different things to gather. There was only sheep found at the beginning of the game, so I think you have to constantly backtrack yourself. You know, you're going to be building a base in the most safe place, so you have to kind of use strategic base planting for your home. I think it's okay. The weather effects are decent, and overall it does its job. So yeah, it's a win from me, but it's a very mediocre win. It's just meh. So it's 3 out of 5. Take from that what you will. If you've got a spare tenner on the hip, go support the devs because they're doing a decent job, and hopefully they continue to work on it. And you know, that's where the money will, that's where the money will come for the devs, because you know you want to target gamers that are interested in the niche, like myself. Sending it to me is a good idea. But overall, I think it's going to fall short just based on the fact that you have muffed your Steam descriptions up, and I think you haven't got enough going on in the back end. It should be compatible with Linux, should be on the deck, it should be touchscreen compatible, and the user interface should be a lot more auto for a lot of different player styles. So maybe people don't like to do auto attack, that's fine, you just untick it. But for me, I think if you're going to have just a mouse as your main predominant control system, you need auto attack in there. You know, you don't want to be, if you're going to make it calm, make it really calm, you know. So for me, I could definitely grind this game if it was a little bit more accessible, which I will do anyway, because I want to bring a future video soon. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today, and I want to thank all the guys over on Twitch and YouTube. I greatly appreciate your viewership, and I'm glad you spent your time with me. Now we're going on to part 2 of today's Triple Trouble, which is a brand new game. So join us right now in the link description down below or at the end of this video. All right, let's switch it out. So I've got to stop me recordings. How are we all doing today? How's things? How's life? I'm gonna make myself a new drink, so I've run out. All beans. Right, second game. Have a look which this one is. That's cool, because I tried that one first because that was the one I was most worried about, you know. And it actually turned out to be okay. So I've got positive vibes for the next couple. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, that's going to get you a picture. I think I'm going to run my pooling as well on this one, because it looks like it's got a lot of physics involved. Ah, here we go. So now we're talking 3 different control systems. WSD, mouse, or I don't know which is best. Probably WSD for me. I quite enjoy that. Settings, what we got? Now here's a game that takes the settings to the following extreme. Display health bars. Graphics. Okay, so it's going to run in borderless. I think I'm going to leave that as is because it seems to be where I want it. I'll go for full VSync at 90 frames. We'll leave ultra. Shadows wise will go down because it's a physics-based game. Green blood, yeah, we'll take that. Bloom. The Vengetti thing, I'm not sold on that. I'm not a fan of that one. Okay, here we go. So music down. Sound effects down. Ambience. And voice volume for tutorial probably. Okay, cool. So we'll see how we get on with that settings. Twitch chat up. YouTube chat up. Refresh. Okay, we're good to go for round 2. Nice. Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are recording the second of our 3 triple troubles, and this one's called Here Comes the Swarm. It's a brand new game sent to me by the devs, so I want to thank them for shouting us out and sending us the game to review. It is released right now and it's around $10, so another $10 game. I think all 3 of the triple trouble games in this quick fire series are around $10, so they are budget games by budget groups. And the last one I was pleasantly surprised about, right? So hopefully we can get the same from this one. Have a look. Right, Steam description goes something like this. So here comes the swarm in a survival RTS with a pause button, and that's an exclamation mark on that one, because it's an exclamation mark on that one, because a pause button isn't really seen as an RTS mechanic. It's kind of a beginner friendly mechanic. So you can pause the game, see what's going on, see your strategies and plan your actions, which will surely help the stream out today. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's implemented very well. So create strategies, build and manage and defend your settlements, and find your own peace, which I like the sound of. Throw that in now. Take on a fight of hive mind and lead. Take on the fight to the hive mind. I think that's supposed to be mine. I'm not sure. And lead expeditions, right? So I think they've just got a spelling mistake. It says deliver a deadly blow to eradicate your foes. Will you reclaim Ulura from the relentless swarm? I mean, I don't know why they have to keep naming stuff like things like this. It's just annoying. 107 people, positive reviews. It's by Cable Hook Games. Let's see what they're responsible for. Is this their only release? It's their only release with no upcoming future releases. So Cable Hook, thank you for sending the game code out. We're going to be checking it out right now. The game has released, and like I say, in a sale, $10 right now. Basic price is about $16. So you've got to watch out for grabbing on a sale, I would imagine. It's early access. It's single player, Steam achievements, cloud Steam saving, no controller support, but it is Linux and Deck support. So that's weird. So I assume that the controller will be done through Steam Deck. So we'll see about that later on. Let's have a look what's going on. So it's 8 gig RAM on a Ryzen 5. Now the reason I checked that is because it's mainly a physics-based RTS, which means there's a lot going on the screen at one time. So it's going to be a very interesting one to delve into today. So I want to thank all of you guys for joining me. Thank you for your time. Your time is valuable, and I appreciate spending it with me. That all being said, let's just jump into Swarm and see what's going on. Right, okay, so we've got tutorial, we've got skirmish. I think probably we should just hit skirmish and see how easy and beginner friendly this game is. So we've got area size. Let's go with medium. These are the standard settings right now. I don't know what seeds mean. Like I can just randomize the seeds. Okay, we've got boss objective and we've got no pause. So I guess those multipliers make it harder because you're going to get a boss and you're going to get a no pause. But let's see what the game's like. We've got deity, which I think is I guess that's your like god, I think that is. So we can go with a rhino at level 1, or we can go with a Tireman, which I can't pronounce, but then I can't pronounce Karkadan. It's a little bit easier, right? So let's go with Karkadan. He's got strong defense right there. What else do we want? So that's that one. What's this? He goes to a special move. Commander Relic. The unit is a giant blood ruby mark on all enemies. Okay. Blood ruby mark gains 1 blood ruby on death. I mean, this is probably the standard one, I would imagine. We've got strong defense, strong offense. I think defense, because I haven't played the game yet. It says watchtowers allow construction of watchtower buildings. You can only have watchtowers when you've got this guy, but this guy will actually mark the enemy with red markers above their head. So there's 2 options there. Okay, we've got a skill tree. 3 different skill trees. Game has depth. Increase the tower speed, and we have bloodthirst defense. And we have, so basically we're leveling this up as we go. All pretty basic, but they seem to be building their own little lore and physics inside there. Skill trees are alright. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen them. Globber glob. Right, so what we've got going on here. So we've got zoom. That's a nice zoom. Okay, we've got zoom in and out. We've got WASD, which is really snappy. We could slow the speed of that down. Camera scroll speed. There you go. Just pop that down. We can do that one as well. WS and D to move camera, terrain grab. Okay, that all looks pretty standard. Let's have another look. Yeah, that's better. Got a chest. So if I select these dudes, what is in the chest?
Moving out.
Can I open that chest? Kick move. Yes. Okay, so just jumping in. Obviously, I'm doing no tutorial because I like to test these games, see if they're beginner friendly, because recommending them to beginners I like to do, because a lot of people don't play these sorts of games. They're not like your Call of Duties and your FIFAs and your Tekkens. So I feel like to sort of recommend the ones that are easier to play for certain people. So Q and E will spin the camera, zoom in and out of calls, WAS and D to move the camera directly. This seems like our base, so we're probably going to be able to build other structures from this. Let's see what we've got. So economy buildings. So these are small. This is too small. I want to see if we can make this bigger. Let's go settings. Let's go interface. There you go. Menu. In-game UI. It still isn't that big in my opinion. But it's nice they have sliders. They just not very big. Like, it's okay. It's definitely not like minute. But I would have suggest putting it on the biggest one while you're learning. We can build a road. See how that goes. So we go there. Yeah, pretty basic. So you just drag and stop when you want to stop the build of the road. What else do we have? So right button cancels what you're doing. This looks like some sort of power supply. Then we've got barracks. We've also got a butcher. And a lumberjack. And an extractor. I think of these. Right, let's zoom out. Okay, so the extractor goes over the dirt patch, which then gathers resources, I would imagine. It's telling me that we need roads, so that's pretty simple. I'm just going to go like this. Bring that round. Boom, that'll probably do us. Bring this one in. Linkage. So far, so good, boys. Do you know what? I like it. I like it because it's not anything new again, but it's doing it very well. It feels solid. I feel like I'm getting 60 frames permanently. I set it to 90, but with VSync on, it should be trying to get 90, but hitting 60, which is pushing those frames to 60 constant, which we are getting. Yeah, I vibe with this game already. I will turn it up though, because it seems pretty quiet. There you go. Right, what else can we do? So we've got a little team.
Moving out.
Zoom right out. So the only exploration we're going to do is with our guys or build into a wider area.
As you command.
Aha, I've got minions. Ah, we've got... What are they? Okay, we've got...
All set.
What is that? Damage 15. We've
X
got
marks the
crossbows.
Hmm.
Okay, all the team can be separated and move separately, which is nice.
Give me your order.
Unit under attack. Bow in hand.
And my tank F them guys up.
Hmm?
Okay, it says charge the core, which is happening automatically. Hey, what up, Phil? What are we doing? I'm just jumping into
It
some
will be done.
RTS action right now. I'm going to learn them as we go.
What do you need?
What do we need? What else we got here? So these move and attack.
It
Let's bring
will
them back
be
to
done.
base. I mean, we took over those guys' little camp, so this is fun because what was that game like? Hang on, there was one we played the other week. Just got to get the name of it real quick. Open. Okay, go to library. It was mech something. Was it called mech? Mech. There's no installed games under the name mech. Ooh, I'm sure it was. Yeah, maybe it wasn't. Would have been recent I played it. Where are you? Okay, I'm not going to be able to find it now, am I? That's annoying. Something Breakers, was it? Yes, Rift Breakers. Okay, sweet. Got it. Yeah, this reminds me of Rift Breakers. You can take your mech out in Rift Breakers and like explore the area and gather resources and do all this stuff and then come back and build your base, you know, with the resources you're gathering. These guys seem like they're basically
What do
Rift
you need?
Breaker. So you can like take them out and do stuff.
As you
and
command.
then they're sort of in charge of what's going on. So like this guy over here, he's just a worker, right? He's out here doing stuff and gaining resources, and everything seems to be working. This is a wood chipper making stuff. Like, I guess they make weapons and military buildings and things. And again, no tutorial, and I'm already kind of getting the hang of it. Just need to figure out how we're going to build more. Yeah, so he's a lumberjack. There's an extractor. There's a dwelling. Do we have a dwelling? I think that's peoples. We need more peoples. There you go, a couple dwellings there. And we need more workers. Power station's done. Pick a road down the middle. Easy.
Standing by.
Let's go.
Moving out.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I like this game already. I could play this. This is a bit of me, this one.
Moving out.
Oh
Shields
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah. They're right on our doorstep.
Unit under attack.
Smite the fiends.
See some. Our tank walks so slow. How you doing then, Phil? How's your day, my man? Did you get the yard done yesterday? I didn't want to distract you too much because you seemed like you were doing yard work. You're having a cup of tea in the sun. Not a bad move. Very nice.
For the queen.
Like once we build our town up, I assume we build like fortifications. You're going to put a wall up, fence. You're going to build some turrets maybe. Yeah, these guys are tougher.
As you
Retreat,
command.
retreat. They're sending a whole army on me now. This could be bad for me. Where's our barracks? How do we build more dudes? Need more dudes. Flap. The boss. Can he get healed up? Is there a way of healing him?
Standing by.
What's he got? He's got attack, he's got move, he's got hold position. There's no heal. What's this one? Utility, maximum HP. Okay, that's not how he heals. But we need some sort of hospital or something. Auto upgrade dwellings. Oh, you could just tick that on. Sweet. Repair all tools. Okay, nice. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's get a resource gathering going. No more, is there? Gutted. Lumberjack, which is... There's no barracks, we've got dwellings, okay. Maybe it's the sword. It is the sword, but... What is that? Build hospital. Damn straight. Put one of them on either side. I've got plenty of places I can run to. I'll wait for them to be built now. Oh. So we've got one more game to test after this one. We're giving this one an hour, which is 30 minutes left. And then we're going on to our third and final, which is a pirate game. So hopefully that one can deliver something cool as well. This guard tower looks nice. Look at that. It's actually scanning the area with a big light. There you go, I'm healing up. Yes. Now, it's unfortunate I didn't know this prior, because obviously I just jump in like a complete, you know, backward person to try with no tutorial. So I'm just waiting for resources so I can build a barracks. I don't know if I can go out and get more resources myself or not.
What do you need?
I think it's just a waiting game. What we've got here, so that's their pod.
Feel my wrath.
Check out this little dude here, looks like he's unprotected.
The swarm is coming.
It will be done.
Oh shit, they're coming. Yeah, I built a barracks too late and I think that's what's happened. I can stand in the healer and just...
Moving out.
Yeah, I can stand here and just wait. Quick. Oh, I don't know what that is because it won't let me... Okay, so I found a fault with the game already. If you hover one of these and you want to find out what resources you need, unless you already know or learn those resources, I don't know what that's asking for, where it's in the 12 red. So I can't just go up with the mouse and select it and see what it is or hover it. So it'd be nice if that just stayed, like if you left click or right click it and then it just stays on the screen, because if I move it just switches. So it's annoying because it's going to keep changing. So it'd be nice if I could find out what those resources were somehow. I'm sure there is somewhere on the screen.
Building under attack.
There's the hordes, that. Dude, wake up, go.
Smite the fiends.
There you go. So the first horde attack seems to be two little midgets. Black. Easy. Gremlins. Yeah, there's no more hordes coming because we wiped out their base first. So they're not actually close to us at all. Okay, bear with, what's this? Church. Right, we are gathering resources because we are now one closer. What's this? We do this now? No. A pool of empowerment.
An attack.
That one needed 12, we now got that, so 15 can only be 3 away from that, so we should be able to build the barracks and then get some more soldiers and then go teach them up. It says charge the core and eradicate the swarm, so basically that's our main quest. So going over here, basically taking this chest, busting this up is our next move, and in between we'll be attacked by their swarm. This is a good game, I like it. It's slow, it's relaxing. I'm just doing a what they call it, I don't remember what it's called now. What's it called when you just go in and do a battle? A skirmish. I'm doing a skirmish, so no practice whatsoever. Here comes the swarm. Just as it has. My barracks is complete, boys. And will that give us time? Oh, build, make it a priority. I'm going to be able to build trained knights, trains, archers, an armor class, which is me, my one guy left.
Give me your order.
About halfway so far. Crossbow auto leader, that's that. Oh, sorry, crossbow auto loader. A new weapon
Building
as
under
well.
attack.
Oh, where? What's that? Yeah, we're not going to survive this. One man army, look. They've already destroyed my barracks. Rose. First attempt. It's going to happen. Tell you what though, that was fun. The physics work really well in this game. I think that's their selling point. They show it in the trailers how everything looks like it's fluid. So I'm going to do another skirmish. I'm going to go for the same deity and everything. I can now unlock stuff. Ooh, okay. So you have permanent progression even in skirmish mode. That's something you don't see. That's something you do not see. And I'm not sure if the World of War, the Warhammer ones do it. But that's the first time I've ever seen that. So we're going to build a barracks first now this time. Someone say fluid? They did. They said moist. Jesus. I said a bit of that. Done. Right, let's go with lumberjacks. We need wood, of course. Are you my lumberjack? No, you don't care. We build a road. I'm just going to start a road off that way. One off here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that should be enough paths just to build off of. Then we're going to go with resource gathering. They always seem to give you 2, which isn't a lot. Of course, you're going to expand your base and then find more as you go. Moistage, that's the word I was looking for. Alright, so we can't do that yet. Let's try a power station, that might help. There you go. Couple power stations, nothing too exotic like I did last time. Going to build a couple dwellings. Need a couple dudes hanging out with us. Then we can employ them as builders, right? So we'll take this crew, just move them over here out of the way.
It will be done.
It shall be done. Now, the 2 things I know from the previous game is we need a healing station and we're going to need a barracks, 100%. The barracks is now being built. Where was the healing station? I've even got a wooden wall I can build now. Oh yeah, it's creeping towards the gate. I need a lumberyard, but it says I can't build because I'm out of wood. I don't know if we can attack that many. Let's go for it.
Shields up.
Back up off my doorstep, bros.
Building under attack.
Who's attacking my building? There's no building under attack. That was me doing that. You know what would be nice is if I could grab the right hand side interface and just drag it and make it bigger. So if like you could hold Alt, for instance, the Alt key, and then just drag each of these boxes. Like this one here on the side doesn't need to be there. Like that's nonsense. I know like you might have like 50 soldiers and it's going to tell you what each soldier has the ability of, but it just is too big. Like I don't need it there, right? This could be like shrunken right down. This side one needs to be a lot bigger over on the right, and the one behind me, which is the map, could be moved to like the top right just by dragging on Alt and then resize it to my likings. That's one thing I would do is mess with the user interface, and that's always one thing that these devs leave out of these styles of games, is to actually put in very good user interface. Okay, lumberjack, can we build it now? Oh, hang on, we had green. There you go. Done. I'm going to build a road off of here. Sweet. My man's got a ham again. Let's get these guys in. I'll back him, otherwise he'll lose. The barracks is now built. Let's see how long it takes. So, yeah, a few resources, and we can start building soldiers.
All set. X marks the spot. All set.
Unit under attack.
You beat that biggin? Oh, we can't beat the biggin. His head's come off. That's some physics right there, boys. His leg come off and hit him back in the head.
Point the way.
Let's back off a bit. There you go, black. Yeah, this is cool. I feel like it's an action game as well as a base builder. And that's what I had with Rift Breakers. I felt the same. I don't know what this is, but it's working. What in the world? Hadouken. Shrine cleansed. I want to cleanse the shrine. I can put an extractor on there, I think. I'm not sure. Ooh, there's a chest over there. Let's go get that.
At your command. Point the way.
These whammers are awesome. They're well quick. You love Rift Breakers? Yeah, a lot of people like Rift Breakers, to be honest.
On the move.
I need more practice before I make another video on it, because otherwise I'm just fumbling.
On the
A bit
move.
like this one today, but again, I'll practice at this and bring that back as well.
On
You
the
guys
move.
enjoy it. It's pretty nice. Right, let's make some more of those whammers. Let's get an armoured guy in here. Maybe two. Don't want to spend too much too early. So are we missing anything? We've got an extractor. Can we put that anywhere? No, we can't expand our extractorisms. The butcher. We need the butcher, don't we? Not really sure what for, but it's there. We've got a couple power stations. I think that's it for that. So entertainment wise, we can put a church in. There you go.
My blade
Church.
is yours.
Really think that's something that should have come later, but I'm going to have a go at it anyway. So is there a button to select all soldiers? Select
do you need?
all army. Here we go. Yes. Just here. There's a select all army button.
Ready for battle.
Very nice.
Standing by.
Basically, you can quick key that as well, so you can put it on like any button you want just to select everybody.
Feel my wrath.
Bring the Raft, eh?
As you command.
Okay, they're throwing shiz at me. I don't like shiz. Too much shiz going on.
For the queen.
For the queen!
Moving out.
Unit under attack.
Let's try and get a camera angle. There we go.
Feel my wrath.
Right, take this thing. There you go. Probably want to get rid of that because it keeps throwing shears. There you go.
As you command.
Now collect this. It's happening. It's happening. We're stealing. Yeah, shrine cleanse.
As you command.
Another +4. So if I hit the shrine button,
This is your Arcanum. Here you can empower essences with Arcana to improve your army and settlement. Press the Empower button to start.
this Whammons has a wicked voice.
You get to pick 1 out of 3 essences to empower. Review the available options and make your choice.
Enshrine the powers. Okay, what we got? So we can go with flaming swords. We can go with increase the tower attack speed, or bloodthirst, which is knights heal themselves 8%. Hell
When
yeah!
enough essences of a color are empowered, you also unlock talents. Make your choice out of the available options.
Taking talents.
When you are happy with your choices, press the Confirm button to lock them in.
Boom. So it's per upgrade you get a talent, and it goes on the line of what you pick. So if I pick a red one, it's going to be these top talents here. That's cool. Okay, nice and easy to understand. Look, my mans are glowing. They're glowing.
What do you need?
Don't know if we can bust that many up. Let's go get
Moving
some more
out.
soldiers. So what I want to do here is either join these fence panels. I'm not really sure how they work. see. Maybe put the gate in. How's that work? Yeah, so that would be like the door, right? And then put a watchtower to keep an eye on things. 3 of them. We go. We're smashing it, baby. We're smashing it. Working it out as we go. Then we need the fence. I want to finish this fence along. Oh, that's awesome. That. Hell yeah. And then, looking good. It's looking good. I don't want to use all my resources because I want to obviously still build some inventory. But defense-wise, we've got lookout towers. We've got now a gate. I mean, it's barely a gate, but it's there. All within the first, what, 2 games within 40 minutes. That's not bad. It's calm. I love these games. And not only that, it's got a pause button. So if I hit pause, I can have a look around. You can chief it. There's like a free cheat code, but I won't be using it because, you know, I feel like it's not going to help you because you're not gathering resources while you're on pause either. But it looks cool. You see how I built the door like right on my road there? So it goes through and then the road runs around the back here, comes straight to my buildings. Happy days. I wonder if I have 2 lumberjacks where I can increase productivity on... I mean, obviously you'll get more woods. I'm going to build another one. Why not? I probably shouldn't have built the church, to be fair. So people worship the deity at the church, and then that brings the deity, I guess, to get more points. Not really sure how what that's doing now. I think it is just more points. I don't want to build a fence there yet. Maybe extend this one a bit. This already looks way better than the one we built originally, just fumbling around. Yeah, I honestly think we're just waiting for wood. I like when you click on things, it shows you the radius of what they're detecting as well.
Standing by.
The swarm is coming.
Yeah, I need soldiers, bro. Okay, so this is my issue with this game so far. I can't make resources quick enough to build a big enough army to hold back the swarm that comes. So I'm hoping this game we can actually at least have a sort of 10 soldiers deep. At the minute we've got what, 3, 4, 5. We need a healing station. I've just realised we haven't built the hospital yet. I can't fucking see it anyway. Resources, military building. Ah, here we go, field hospital. 15 wood. I mean, by the time I build a healing station, I can already build a couple armoured soldiers. It's one of those, it's a trade-off. They got me by the balls. We're on the waiting game. There's no way of speeding it up, is there? Have a look. Warm hostility. We're only at level 1.
Give me your order.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a speed up button. Maybe because it's a skirmish. I'm sure if you're doing story, you should be able to speed up a bit. What's Scarab about? Oh, feedback. That's cool. You can create your own groups of soldiers as well. So if you've got like 50 soldiers, you can have 20 on one, 30 on another. And in that way you can like group them off into 2 groups, depending on what you want to do with those particular ones.
Give me your order.
The swarm is preparing an attack.
Coming at us, bros. Don't know who's like important to have. Probably one of each. I only make 2 soldiers at this point. What are these dudes? Like, we can go clear them out, surely.
Standing by. It will be done. Hmm. Moving out.
There you go, just take them out slowly. My guard tower's working nicely for us. And move
What
up
do
a
you
little
need?
bit. Bring it.
Ready to
I'm
strike.
bottlenecking them in front of the guard tower.
It will be done.
It shall be done. Okay, you've got bloody swarm coming in now.
Smite the fiends! Shields up!
Yeah, we're taking their base.
Smite the fiends! It will be done.
Stolen.
Feel my wrath! Moving out.
Quick, 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 quick. Hey, those big gains. We stole a couple of loot drops. So we've got
As you
extra loot
command.
now.
Standing
Resources
by.
for days. What was we waiting for? This one doesn't
Building
actually
under
have
attack.
Shit, hang on, let me build a road quick. There you go, road built.
Bow in hand. Taking aim.
Bust them, bust them.
Give me your order. For the Queen!
Okay, I'm trying to get as many gone
Moving
as
out.
possible. I don't know, soldiers, where are you? Okay, I'll build as many soldiers as I can build right now. We did alright, we didn't lose too much there. It's getting dramatic. We can take out these guys
As you
now, I
command.
think.
What do
Actually send everybody over
Moving
to this
out.
point. Get some.
Unit under attack.
There you go. There you go. The bowl sack is gone. These are armored dudes as well. Outpost cleared. Sweet.
As you command.
Let's just steal the loot.
Feel my wrath!
Okay, head back to
It will
base.
be done.
So far, so good. Okay, we're 4 o'clock. We've got barely any time left on this one, which is a shame because obviously I want to see this through to the end. Can upgrade the houses at the moment as well. Where's my other house? I think it's behind here. Bust out some more dwellings. There you go.
Research complete.
You know what? It auto researches. I like that because there's a lot of games you have to multi-manage your research, and when you multi-manage research, it gives you another headache. This one actually does it all on the fly, so you can just get on with like micromanaging your characters in
ready.
your town. Where we at? Where we at? We're not being attacked, so I can calm down a little bit. We're only level 2 swarm right now. What else can we build? Soldiers, probably. Yeah, one more armoured soldier. tiles, so good. I've got 2 woodworks working for me. I've got 2 houses, 1 church. No, 3 houses, 1 church. Pick another one now. So I'm building population whilst defending the town, whilst attacking vulnerable points. What's on? Okay, there's nothing up there from what I can see on my map that's been explored. I think heading this way is probably the next move. There we go, see how it opens up the fog? And we'll see what we've got to deal with as we go. Hopefully we don't run into trouble.
It will be done.
Yeah, this looks like trouble. Again, 2 more resources gathered from crates, and we can actually do another upgrade.
Shields up.
So there's their hub. Spin that around. Take it slow. But the trick is, once you get them, if you run them back to your,
it will be done.
if you run them back to your turret, they'll actually, or guard tower, they'll actually do half the work for you.
Moving out.
There they come. But even if they get close enough, the guard tower will sort them out.
As you command.
The pugs just stepped in it. You went ham and the pug just stepped in it. I mean, that's too much information, bro. My brain can't handle what you're saying now. That's gross, by the sound of it. You clean up your ham after you go ham. I just need to get a hole so that I can get close enough to the soggy sack that they're living in.
Shields up.
Come on, son. Attack. Get in now. Can you do it? Can you do it?
Feel my wrath.
Okay, sweet. You've done it. Take the loot and get the hell out. Okay, that was good. That was worth doing right now. But as we push on them a little bit, they're now going to attack our base with their swarms. So I'm just going to sort of hang out. I might even build another guard tower at this point. Let's go with attack. Let's go guard tower. Maybe put that here. Don't know if we can build more than 2 because resource-wise, we're actually lacking. It looks like they're coming in front door, so we can select all of our soldiers. We can go for a defend.
Building under attack.
Shields up.
Okay, this is mad. Ah, these dudes are destroying my shits. Stop them. There you go.
Shields up.
Don't let these ones through.
Spike the beam.
Gross. You know what I now need to know? You know now what I know I need to do is to, when you build or when you start your skirmish, one of the priorities is to build a fence or a barrier around your heart, because once they get to that, that's game over. So anything that they destroy in between doesn't really matter. You can rebuild it as long as you survive. But that one in particular, if you don't put like a defense, maybe another defense around that, they got to break down that defense before they get there. You have time to react. They don't give you time to react on initial attack because you don't know to do that. So I think if I planned that game again on the 3rd one, I would definitely build a defense fence around with maybe a gate attached to it so I can still get in. And then I would build one right on top of my heart to protect the heart for at least a good couple minutes before they could get through. So yeah, I mean, what a game. Here Comes the Swarm is a definite win for me. We're going to rate it on the 5 things. You know, was it fun? Does it have any bugs or glitches? Is it replayable? Is it does it have good sounds and does it have good visuals? Now I think it ticks all the boxes pretty much. Now no game is perfect, of course. The user interface could do with an overhaul and could do with being able to hairdryer. Could do with holding Alt and being able to manually resize all of the interface. That'd be really cool. If they do that, I'm 100% happy to give this a 4 out of 5. But at present, I think, sorry, a 4.5 out of 5. But at present, I think it's a 4 out of 5 from me. It's pretty much there. It does what it does and it does it well. It's not anything new. I think Rift Breakers does it better, but mainly because the sound effects are so on point. That game makes you feel like a mech. It makes you feel beastly. This game does what it does nice. I mean, the Swarm's awesome. I think the overall game has less to offer than something like Rift Breakers. So if you, the problem is you're making a game that's after the game that's already dominated that genre right now. Everybody's playing Rift Breakers. Nobody's playing Here Comes the Swarm. So if you want to buy Here Comes the Swarm, it's cheaper, of course, but it gives you a cheaper experience. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I think overall it's definitely recommended for me to try it. If you like Rift Breakers, maybe you've completed most of Rift Breakers, you want to try something new, try Swarm out. It's really fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed my entire hour with it. So I would imagine I would enjoy my entire 10 to 15 hours that I plan to play before bringing it back for a second follow-up. I want to thank all you guys for joining me. If you made it this far, definitely leave a like on the video and definitely subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for coming around. I greatly appreciate your time. I know your time is precious. Thank you for spending it with me. Till the next time, peace out. Look after yourself. Look after your man. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Right, guys and girls, that one's done. So now we're on our third one. Third and final, luckily. Bosh, because I've been going all day. Another hour and I'll probably be spent. We're going to do Rise of Piracy. Bring up Steam page. Get you guys a picture. So I solved one of my issues that I was having where games that don't support dual screen were a problem. The way I've done that is just to make this screen the primary screen. So now it works. I just do that full time now. I don't even, it's annoying to me because it's not my primary eyesight. This one is where I talk to you guys. But, you know, it is what it is. You've got to make do, ain't you? Okay, so let's get you a picture. But hopefully when we switch to Linux, which will only be probably a month from now, the new build will be up and running by hopefully the end of next month. So we'll be running AM5, decked out, full beast machine. We should be able to do, you know, try screens pretty easy. Linux tends to remember your settings and not mess with them, whereas Windows has a lot of factors that cause it to lose your settings and stuff. Right, there we go. Right, okay, sweet. Pause this one. Right, maybe lower the volume on that. Let me know if it gets too quiet when we're playing. Let's go into the settings and have a look what we've got quickly. Audio master volume. Ambience. Ultra, that's fine. Let's go with very high because it's on early access. And we'll go exclusive full screen, that's fine too. Yeah, that music's loud, right? Damn. 2 samples, shadows, hard shadows only, hard and soft. Let's see how that runs. Bloom's fine, motion blur no thank you, VSync on. We resize anything? No. Okay. Oh, my neck's dry. My excuse to have another tipple. Right, let's go. Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Rise of Piracy. This is the third and final of the Triple Trouble set. We are jumping in and checking out a pirateering game along the lines of and I had a list. Where's my list? There we go. Right, so it's along the lines of Tortuga, Age of Sails, Windward, and Corsair's Legacy. Now, if you played any of those, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you played none of those, don't worry about it. We're going to be going through with a fine-tooth comb and checking this one out for 1 hour right now to see what the initial gameplay is like. I won't have any spoilers to the majority of you guys, because if you want to play it, you can go play it right now. It's super cheap right now. You can go pick it up for just under $10 if you're American. You can check it in a sale for around 6 to 8 quid, so it's proper cheap if you're in the UK. Let's have a look. Rise of Piracy is a perfect, so the game, it says it's a perfect blend of action, adventure and RTS. The perfect blend, remember that. Begin your journey as a lowly, I think that's supposed to be lonely, captain of a small vessel. Ends as, small vessel, end as the commander of a threatening fleet. So ideally you're sort of growing up, sort of leveling up to become a commander of your own fleet. Rise to glory how you see fit. Trade, fight, recruit, grow, pillage, ally and destroy and conquer. So 300 positive reviews out the gate, and the game only released this month, so definitely go check it out on Steam, wishlist it and all that good stuff. So it's single player, Steam achievements, family sharing. There is no deck support yet because it's unknown, the game is too new, and there is no controller support from what I can see. That's not to say that Steam can't help you out with that side of things. So all in all, it seems pretty solid. It's a pirate game, so we like pirate games. Let's jump in, see what it's all about. Right, new game. New beginning, or we can do the tutorial campaign. I'm just going to go with new beginning. It's medium difficulty though. Tutorials, yeah. I'll leave the tutorial to you guys. I think I'm just going to jump in on the medium difficulty and see how tough, medium or standard settings are. Rate my character. Okay, pretty simple stuff. We've got a choice of 5 characters. You know what? They're pretty likable and they're better designs than any of the latest AAA titles that have been released. They're pretty cool. Like, look at these designs, bros. Yeah, okay. I vibe with these. Now, you can't see them because they're behind my back, but trust me, they're good. I'm going to go with this guy because he looks like wise and knows what he's doing. Choose a flag. Oh, you can create your own flag on Microsoft Paint. Wow, okay, this is old school. Well, I'll just pick from there's mine. I'm just going to pick from a basic flag. I think that's the best way. And that's unique. I haven't seen that. You can actually do like a rip-off of Microsoft Paint. That might be suable, so I don't know. Admiral, Trader, Brawler, or Pirate. Obviously, if I'm playing a pirate game, I might want to play as Pirate, so let's do that. We get to sail 10% faster as well. I like the music. What's this? Exactly. Roger is coming back. He is. You looking forward to Roger? I'll have to bust you up with Roger. I mean, you kicked my ass as the bear, so I don't think I will be able to beat you, to be honest. We'll have to see. I've got my new girl. I've been training my new girl, so, you know. Right, okay. I wasn't expecting this. So, is that our ship there? That doesn't look like our ship. So, it is an RTS. Now, this music is god-awful. Like, this music is nice on a loading screen, but crap in a game. That's better. Oh, I couldn't even myself think. That music is just way too loud. So this is us, is it? Too far. Must be closer to interact. So how do we do that then? Where's the diplomacy and map? So there's our map. We've got diplomacy or diplomacy, depending on where you're from. We've got treasure and we've got faction. Okay. Missions. Do we have a mission? Show only active missions. We've got no missions yet. Too far, must be closer. Am I missing something? Ah, so the ship is going there, is it? That's new. So you basically have to unpause the game and it will pause it for you when you make a move. This has got tavern, it's got info, it's got the market. Shipyards. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in now. I guess we just sail the seas. Again, I have to keep pressing play, which is a little bit annoying. I want to fight someone. Let's go. What's this here? Let me fight this Frenchman. He's gone through the island. Attack! I don't think I'm going to be able to hit him. He's inside the island. So there's one glitch straight away. Just starting, we already have a graphical glitch there. The Rise of Piracy sounds like a good... Yeah, it does. Piracy. Right, here we go. We're on the sea. So it's like Final Fantasy in a way you get like a battle scene, and it also has music like Final Fantasy as well. But the glitches are real with this one. Like that boat was almost see-through then. There you go. Yeah, so the glitches are like alive and kicking in this game. This is not finished. You got to flush your shit out if you're going to be doing, what is it, $12? I mean, come on now. $10 to $12 on a game, you should at least have boats that don't look like they're sinking. Target the holes.
Take a crew. Load grape shot.
What are we shooting at? Where's the enemy? That dude all the way over there. Okay, miles away. Why would you start a battle in like a Final Fantasy style and then put the enemy all the way over there? Okay. Ooh, okay, the water looks nice. We've got freedom of movement on the camera. You can kind of get on the boat, but there's no one on the boat whatsoever. It's just an empty vessel. I'm not excited so far. It's not getting my blood flowing. Let's see what the combat's like. Now, I hear you can get out of your boat and go on a wander as well. So it's got like a third-person combat system. I would like to control my boat like with my WASD. This is like kind of annoying. Like, how do we target this guy? Oh, okay. Select the ship, move forward. Alright, let's see if we can get some shots popping. Basically, we'll target him. Okay, I think that's done. Sound effects are nice. Okay, we're missing hard. They're a lot better shot than us for some reason.
Target that vessel. Fire the cannon. Broadside. Open fire on that vessel.
It's kind of cool. I just don't know if I like pirate games in a RTS style. It's going to take some getting used to.
Fire the cannons.
Feels like a really slow, clunky version of World of Ships.
Fire.
Sam. Okay, so we can change the different style of shots we've got.
Broadside. Load round shots. Target that vessel.
I don't know who these guys are in the middle all of a sudden. Why am I getting attacked by like 4 ships? We picked a fight with 1 ship, and I've got 3 or 4 ships on my back now. Do we have? Can we heal? We've got drop anchor, hold your fire, target the masts.
Attack that ship. Broadside. We're taking damage. We're under attack.
World of Shits. Hey, World of Ships is a good game. What are you talking? I like World of Ships. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. My man's down. We're nearly down, but my man's down. That's the main thing.
Damage.
We move way too slow. There needs to be a speedometer so I can speed up. Okay, so if we just move to like here and stop.
Ready. We're taking damage. Set sail. Set sail.
Where's he going?
Target that vessel. Broadside. Set sail.
This is mental.
Set a course.
Got no way of healing.
Under attack.
Forward with shift and action. Action, and it says hold for position. There doesn't seem to be a heal.
Target that
You're
vessel.
just like supposed to get lucky or something. Well, some pop shots. You're in water, so flames don't really matter.
Fire.
There you go. Big damage.
Taking damage. Set a course.
I don't know we can survive it, but
Take her crew. Attack that ship. Fire. We're taking damage.
we ain't gonna last much more.
Aim low. Move. Target that. Open fire on that vessel. Fire the cannons. We're under attack. Fire the cannons. We're taking damage.
Oh, first impressions is the game needs refining. It needs fixing of glitches. The combat is okay, but nothing special. I need to sort of figure this out a bit more. I think it's going to take me a lot longer than I was expecting to figure this one out. I don't like this play button at the bottom. That's awful. It just should automatically, if I click to move, just fucking move. Why have I got to press play at the bottom and it pauses every move? That doesn't make any sense unless you're really, I mean, maybe you come into a position where there's like 5 boats around you and it's like, do you really want to go in there? But it shouldn't be making that decision for me. I can't seem to move. Look, there, I've just clicked it and now I'm annoyed because I have to press play again. It's just annoying. There's no purpose in this. This is, I mean, I get the map view, you know, I can kind of see why you'd want to do that. Let's attack this guy. Okay, so this captain does not like you much. Keep your sword at hand. So it's 3 enemies we're fighting. You can pick what time of day you want to attack at as well, which is a really weird choice
Our
again.
flagship is taking critical damage.
Do I already start broken? Yeah, this game's going to take me way too long to learn. Like, it's just not fun. This is the problem. It's going to take me a lot of time to get the mechanics right for me to just jump in. It's not a beginner-friendly game at all, and it kind of sucks. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go away. I'm going to learn the mechanics. I'm going to come back for a little special. I'm actually doing a pirateering week. So I'm going to fit this into the pirateering week. I think we're going to do 3 games for 3 days. And it's an hour a game, and they're all pirate games. And I think we're going to do that probably in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to be bringing this game back then. Hopefully they can sort out some of their bugs by then. It is early access, of course. So maybe they've done some work on it over the 3 weeks and we can actually review it properly. But I don't think this is something you can just jump into and play without doing a tutorial and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the third one's a little bit of a bust. And I will reserve judgment until I've played it and got used to it. If it does, you know, captivate me, then I'll obviously explain why and how when I come back. But we're back on Monday. We're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Phil, your new schedule, you say you've got more time now. How does that work out with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays? Because we can go back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It doesn't make no difference to me. I like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because it bottles on. Do you know what I mean? People can just follow the whole week. Graphics as well were weird because like that's very high settings and it didn't look, other than the water, didn't look that great. Unless they're trying to hide all their shit with motion blur, which some games do. I'll be there. Anytime is good now. You haven't. You said you were saving. I wanted to ask you, how much did you actually manage to save, and how are you getting on with that? Like that advice I gave you was old, right? We did this a long time ago, so I was curious as to how you got that. And those who are wondering what the advice was, it was that you work menial jobs that are not careers. So if you do a menial job, put away a small amount per month, and then that adds up to a bigger amount, doi. And once you have enough, maybe over 2 year period, once you can get like 5 to 10 grand together, you can do a little break from work. So what I would suggest at that point is most people's rent is around 12,000 a year on average in the UK. So you could save up, say, 10 grand and take off 8 months of work. And then you can actually spend the other 2 grand on enjoying your 8 months. It's a strategy I've used most of my life and seems to be working. So you're in work for 3 years, you're out of work for a year or so, and you can actually enjoy life a little bit instead of just working and doing nothing but achieving and spending and not actually getting anywhere, right? So I got 10k saving in my tips. Oh, nice. So you're ready to just chill now, are you? But you, because obviously you quit your job before. How did that work out with going back to your job? Are they going to let you do that again, being that they're in a bit of a financial rut at the minute? It's interesting to know because you are the only other person I know, if you are truthful, that has managed to do what I do successfully. You're the only person I know that's actually used my own strategy and done it successfully. So what he's saying is he saved up 10 grand and he's going to now take off a piece of work. You've done it twice, yeah. So that's 20 grand. But again, you're not really doing anything with it. You're not running off on holiday. You're not buying a new car. You're not sponging it, as I call it, or spunking it, as I call it. You're using it to live off. But then that way you buy freedom, and freedom's great. Like if you just wake up, all your bills are paid. You know they're paid. That you can just get on with life, and just have a nice time of it. You can maybe date someone. You can maybe spend time with your pets more. You can spend time, hanging out with people online you like. It's a very nice way to do life. Just 2 years in, 1 year out. 2 years in, 1 year out. And if you can get into the routine of that, it's way more important than a car or a house, to some people. And I think, everybody has a car and a house. Like you can't be an American without a car, and you can't be Brit without a house. So like you need somewhere to live, you need somewhere to cart you about. But if you don't need to go anywhere for a year, you can, opt out for that lifestyle, and you can go for the I'm working to have freedom. And that's where your brain changes its mindset, where you can actually start to achieve something in life. Because you could use that year to build a business. You could use that year to study. You could use that year to become smarter. You can use that year to just sit around and do nothing. It's completely up to you because you have 10 grand to fall back on. And I felt like that was always my freedom. It was always, I'm going to do Twitch for a year because I've worked 2 years. Do you know what I mean? And then you save up enough money and then you do Twitch for a year and you hope to maybe build a business that way. And that's what's essentially happened after 7 years. We're kind of in a position where I'm actually making money now. So now I can maybe take off another couple of years to try and make more money. And if I can get enough, I can pay my rent, right? So that's the idea. You're just enjoying the time off. That's it. That is the main thing. It's you only live once. You've got 100 years and only about 60, maybe 70 of those years are good years. Like your body's okay. You can actively think. I would even say less than that. I'd probably edge towards 60 years of that is good. Now, those 60 years are imperative to find a partner, a life partner, to set up a home, to figure out what you're doing. Now, some people don't want all that. Some people just want to have fun. And if you're like myself, you're your own worst enemy in a way because you can binge. You don't want to binge stuff, because that's how you get ill. That's how you have a bad lifestyle choices. I've never been a gambler. I've never been a waster of money. I've come from poverty, so I know how to micromanage small amounts of money. But when it comes to big money, I can see it as like winning the lottery. I can be like, oh yeah, I've got 10 grand. Let me go do this. And now I've changed over the last sort of 10 years into thinking, no, 10 grand is almost a year out of work. Let's do that. So that's how you can balance it. That's how you can manage it. So 10 grand to some people is a lot of money, but 10 grand to other people, if you are working anyway to survive and pay bills, it's almost a necessary thing, right? You can just You could just like, it's almost effortless to save 10 grand. If you work 2 years and you just save and you don't do nothing, then that extra year you get out of work, people are mad about, because they got to go work. They've got to go pay their bills. They've got stresses of life. They've got credit cards. They've got house mortgages. They've got car payments. If you don't live in that circle, then you can just use that 10 grand to bum around. And that's what makes people mad, because they're like, how can you just bum around? Well, save 10 grand, bro. Where's your 10 grand? Where they're like, I've got mortgage, I've got this, I've got pets, I've got kids, I've got, you know, you've got all these things taking your money all the time, and you're being stretched. And that's what makes people snap. That's what makes them lose the plot. That's why these, you know, 30, 40-year-old women can't find men, and why men are choosing to stay at home, because they're realizing their money's actually better off in their pocket than the actual woman taking it. There's a lot of, everybody thinks they've got life summed up. Everybody thinks they know the right way about life. The truth of the matter is there is no right way other than the laws that are in place. So, you know, you've got to do what you're told. You've got to do the police. You've got to do the system. But other than that, you can run it how you want, and nobody's right or wrong. And I think life itself can be quite comfortable and quite easy if you make it. So Bill seems to be on the winning path there. So I'm glad I could help you out with that. And if you can do it, you're the most successful person at doing it so far. So it'd be nice to have you in the chat more, my brother. And I will see you again on Monday. So take it easy. Have yourself a good weekend. We're going to be putting up a few Dune videos. We're going to put up some clips. So definitely like those for me. Go watch those all the way through. Then YouTube will put them out to more people. That'd be great. Thank you for all the guys over on YouTube and Twitch who watched today. Sorry the last one was a bust, but that is just how I feel. I don't want to shit on the game for me not having enough time to practice it. So I'm going to have a practice when we come back. That being said, I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to bounce. Peace out. Look after yourselves. Have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.